This is the top 20 countdown for the week of September 28th from the Billboard Global 200 chart. And starting off at number 20 is Got to Only by FloyyMenor and Chris MJ. At number 19 is a brand new song, which is It's Okay, I'm Okay by Tate McRae. And this one was really good. I like it. Though there was some, like, with the music video, you might want to be careful if you have kids watching this one with your kids. I heard that there's one part of it that you might not want to show. At number 18 is the song Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. This one went down by 2 spots since last week, and it's had a peak position of 1, so it's definitely been having a good record because it's been on the chart for 20 weeks, which is quite a while. Which makes sense because this song has been so incredibly popular. I mean, it's just been played over and over again. I heard someone actually, earlier when I was walking to my classes, I heard someone blasting it out of their car. So yeah, this one's still definitely a top 20 song. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. This next song moved down by 3 spots since last week. So at number 17 is Too Sweet by Hozier. Because I'm surprised at that one just because it's been at number 14 or like in around that area for so long. So it's really surprising to see it drop. But it's spent 26 weeks on the Billboard chart. So it's been on here for a good amount of time. Again, here's Too Sweet by Hozier. We have another new song on the countdown, and this one is All Red by Playboi Carti at the position of number 16. Recently, I have been seeing so many different videos of Sabrina Carpenter's Short and Sweet tour, which has just, I love so much of it. And one of the things recently that I saw today that I absolutely love is apparently there's this part of the concert of where she has this little like circle set up on the floor, and it has it's like a ring, and it's sectioned off. It has 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then she takes a bottle and she plays spin the bottle, but not in the usual way of where you kiss someone or whoever it lands on. Instead, whichever one of the sections it lands on, she will do the cover of a song that is associated with that section, and it's super fun, and it's also super silly because it kept landing on one, and she started getting sick of it because it just kept landing on it over and over again, and it was really funny. And yeah, so I think that's actually like a really fun kind of spin on Spin the Bottle, instead of doing the whole thing of like the kissing thing. So I think that's so, I mean, I always found that a little weird, to be honest. I think this is fun, especially at a karaoke night. And who knows, if you spin the bottle, you might land on the song that's in our number 15, which is Bedchem by Sabrina Carpenter. At number 14 is the song I Had Some Help by Post Malone and Morgan Wallen, which went down by 1 spot since last week. Moving 1 spot down since last week is Who by Jimin at number 13. Moving on with the countdown, next we have at number 12, Lose Control by Teddy Swims, which has been on the chart for over a year now, 53 weeks with a peak position of 4. Just, it's absolutely crazy to me just how long this song has been on the Billboard Global 200 chart. Just, it's so awesome, but it's also, again, like I said, it's just absolutely crazy to me. Some of you will probably be able to guess which song is next, because if you've listened to this show for a while and you have a tendency to notice patterns, because I sure have noticed this pattern. Because the next song at number 11 is Beautiful Things by Benson Boone. And the pattern that I've noticed is that Beautiful Things and Lose Control tend to move together on the charts. And I just always find that kind of interesting, and why that is, because both of them this week has moved down by 1 spot. And that's what I've noticed. They pretty much move the exact same, so that Beautiful Things is always right above Lose Control, and it's just a very fascinating pattern, while a lot of other songs tend to move a lot more. But again, here is Beautiful Things by Benson Boone. We are now halfway through the top 20 countdown here on Star Charts on WUML Lowell on 91.5. And at number 10, we have another new song, which is Dancing in the Flames by The Weeknd. And I always love having new songs on the chart because it gives me so much more opportunity to come up with another science fact. The sound of that ending was a little bit funky. I'm kind of curious what that was all about. Probably a thing that I have to see if I watch the music video. Alright, at number 9 is a bar song Tipsy by Shaboozey. Favorite artist on this list to say the name of. I love saying that name. Who also, by the way, last week released a new song called Highway. So go listen to that song. Again, it is Highway by Shaboozey. But right now, it is time for our number 9 song, which is, again, a bar song Tipsy by Shaboozey. In the number 8 spot is Si Antes Te Hubiera Conocido by Karol G, which went down by 1 spot since last week, but has had a peak position of 5 in the 13 weeks that this has been on the chart. The song at number 7 is The Emptiness Machine by Linkin Park, so it moved down by 4 spots since last week. In number 6 spot is the same song that was at number 6 last week, which is Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter. This next song jumped a whole lot of spots, to the point that it has won the Billboard Award for this week of the greatest gainer this week. And that song at number 5 is Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan. At number 4 is Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. And can I just say real quick again, we're going back on the Short and Sweet tour, which the stage production of the concert is just, I love it so much, especially as someone who does theater. And that's why I'm helping with sets this semester for our fall show, and they built the stairs. There's a whole lot of there's so much there that she's running across that they're having her go on, and I just appreciate it so much because there's so many times of where I see concerts, and yeah, obviously not a lot of bands can have that level of production, but there's some that can, and instead they just spend it all on lasers. And now listen, I do like lasers sometimes, but it's the fact that I haven't really been seeing a lot of concerts recently of where they do this whole crazy stage set, and because it's an actual set, and it's just, I really like the look of it. I think it's really cool. I really like what she's been doing just with her production on the concerts. If you haven't seen it, go look at videos. I've been seeing them on TikTok. It's just, it looks really cool, and I really do appreciate just the sheer amount of just talent and ideas and creativity that has gone into the sets. But again, here is Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. We are now in the top 3 songs of this week in the solar system, according to the Billboard Global 200 chart. And at number 3 is Taste by Sabrina Carpenter. At number 2 is the song Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. And the top song of this week is Die With a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, which was also at number 1 last week. It has actually been on the chart for 5 weeks, and I'm pretty sure it debuted at number 1, so it's been number 1 for that whole 5 weeks. And I expect we're actually going to be seeing more Lady Gaga songs on the charts here soon. Because just yesterday, Lady Gaga dropped a new album called Harlequin, and it is something called a companion album to the upcoming Joker movie, which is basically, it's not a soundtrack, so it's not all of the songs that are in the movie, but it's also not every single song in the album is in the movie. Actually, there is a original song on that album, which is called Happy Mistake. And the reason why she did this for the upcoming Joker movie is because she's going to be acting one of the characters in that movie, and is a character called Lee that is a version of Harley. Which makes sense then why the album is called Harlequin. But she is also going to be dropping more songs in the next coming months. So there's going to be a single coming out in October, and her 7th studio album, LG7, is dropping in February. So I'm sure once February hits, I mean, so much of the top 20 is going to be Lady Gaga. And if it isn't, I'm going to be surprised. I'm going to be so surprised, because Lady Gaga is iconic and we love her, which is why we're about to listen to the song Die with a Smile by her and Bruno Mars.